गुरुदेव कृपा बिंदु दिया गुरु ये दासे तृणापेक्षा कीना तृणापेक्षा कीना सकल सहने बल दिया विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरापुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री तिरुपति धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा गोविंद अष्ट सतवृंद की श्री श्री गौर निताय की श्री उपदेशामृत की श्री रूप गोस्वामी पाद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shurnyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Increase the volume. Welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of the first verse of Shri Upadeshamrit, which Srila Prabhupada commented upon through the Nectar of Instruction book. In this book there are 11 verses and they take a Vaidhi Sadhaka Bhakta all the way to Prema Bhakti, a gradual progression. Before starting the first verse, we'll just discussion of the preface in short. Prabhupada said the Krishna consciousness movement is conducted under the supervision of Srila Rupa Goswami. We don't have to worry whether there is some threat for our movement. Absolutely not. Because Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari in Golok Vrindavan, the prime assistant to Lalita Sakhi, who is the prime Sakhi in the Ashta Sakhi Vrinda of Radha and Krishna. So there is no problem, no disturbance to our society. From outside, Prabhupada said, ISKCON has no threat, danger from outside. The threat is from inside only. Who can destroy ISKCON? All of us together. So we are most deadly people. Because it's very clear. Just like husband and wife are fighting in the house, some problem, ego tussle. And suddenly somebody throws a stone from outside on the glass window and glass window breaks. The stone comes in the house. Immediately what will happen? They will be wondering, hey, who is that? They will both go to window or they will go outside. Husband will go there, wife will go in window and and then he will tell you be here, watch from here, I will go down and sweep who's there. So both of them got together when some outsider attacked, isn't it? So when no outsider is attacking, they are fighting with each other. So it's good to have outsiders attacking ISKCON, saying that this is bogus Bhagavad Gita, these people are fanatics, this is a new age cult, this is not traditional, or n number of accusers, of Bangladesh, Chinmay Krishna Prabhu, n number of outsiders blaming ISKCON is very good. Then we will come to, hey, what is that? Outsiders are saying this. They are saying that all ISKCON money goes to America. This is not true. So let us, you make your YouTube video and you make some article, publish it in the newspaper. So we'll all come together. You understand? But if there is no outsiders attacking and we are not chanting attentively, then some entertainment is required. So we'll fight with each other and we'll destroy ISKCON. So know that ISKCON has no threat from outside. Absolutely not. Our problem is we all only, because we don't chant attentively. So chant attentively. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaudiya Math also. So many people accused. There are always antagonistic people, envious people. They would, the newspaper article would come. How these Gaudiya Math people are bogus, or they are rascals, something like that in Kolkata newspapers. So then Bhaktivinoda Thakur was shown 2 newspapers, Sri Guru Maharaj. 2 newspapers have criticized our Gaudiya mission. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur read this article, then he read that article. So he said, there was one article glorifying it, the other article was criticizing. So he read this glorifying one and criticizing one. Then he said, this article is very good. And they were wondering, this is criticism. He said, in this article they have written Hare Krishna Mahamantra 2-3 times. Blaming us that these fellows are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Very loudly they chant. On the street they chant. They use sound system to amplify. Rascal people disturb whole sound pollution, air pollution, all that. And in this glorifying article it was written, these Gaudiya mission people are good. They spread good vibrations. Like that, there was no Hare Krishna there. So he did not like that article. So you see. So those who are criticizing, they are good better according to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we have to be careful to know the principles. That's why Prabhupada painstakingly, sacrificing his night sleep, wrote these books, so that we are very clear with the Siddhanta, with philosophy, which is the foundation of our whole Krishna consciousness movement. Sambandha, Gyan, Abhideya and Prayojan. This is what all Vedic scriptures talk. So Sambandha Gyan is the foundation. Hearing, like this building, whatever, G plus 4, 5, whatever it is. So this foundation is underground. We are not able to see it. But that is what is sustaining this building and all of us. If the foundation is very weak, then the building will collapse. We will die also. So foundation has to be very strong. Sambandha Gyan. To the degree Sambandha Gyan is very powerful, Abhideya, the process, practicing process becomes very powerful. So many times, many devotees don't know many things. What is this? If I ask them, like I will ask you, don't answer. What is the meaning of Shringam and Bhrungam? Tava kara kamala vare nakham adbhuta Shringam dalita hiranya kashipo tanu Bhringam. So what is Bhrungam and Shringam? How many of you know? Raise your hand. 2 people, 4. That is also okay. Chandrabindu, what is the meaning? Shringam? Kesh. Kesh is Kesh. नहीं, Shringam. Not at all. Ram. Shringam. See? Every day you are chanting with you are all IITians and you don't know what is coming out of your mouth. Okay, chalo, now little easier question. Whole thing, Tavakara Kamalavare till Jai Jagadish Hari. That from Dashatara Stotra by Jayadeva Goswami. What is the meaning? Who will tell? Raise your hand. The whole thing should be covered.
like your lotus.
Not like. Meaning you tell. Not like, Don't tell like meaning. Tell the actual meaning.
Of your lotus hand, your nails, which are like Vajra, Tavakar, Kamal, Vare, Nakham, Adbhut Shringam. That I do.
See, this is what it is. Means we cannot say that we are all blind followers, but to some degree we are. We may be very educated. We may be reading Prabhupada books. We may be singing, chanting, preaching, but we may not be knowing in depth. Means I'm not asking too much depth. I'm not saying what all acharyas have commented on this part of Dashavata Sutra. No, just the meaning, simple meaning. Tava Kara Kamal. Your Kara, don't tell now. I'm telling now. Now your part is over. You failed. You miserably failed for your kind information. FYI. So, your lotus feet, lotus hands. Tava Kara means hands. Kamala, they are like lotus. Varenakham Adbhuta Shringam. The nails on that are very sharp and pointed. Dalita, tearing off. Hiranyakashipu, you tore off the intestines, stomach of Hiranyakashipu. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bhringam, you destroyed him, you killed him, you tore him apart like one kills an insignificant wasp, some insect, insignificant. It's very easy to kill him. Like that, nothing they have killed. Keshava Dhruta, your Lord Keshav only, Dhruta, you have accepted. Narahari Rupa. Narahari, Hari means lion. Narahari, Narasimha, Narakeshari, Brukeshari. Keshari means also lion. Same thing, I think different Sanskrit words for lion. So, Keshava Dhruta, Narahari Rupa, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. All glories to such Lord Jagadish, Lord Krishna, like that. So you see, we are singing daily. Sometimes devotees sing Nasimhati 3 times in temple anyway. After Mangal Arati, after Rajabhog Arati in the afternoon, after Sandhya Arati, Gaurati in the evening. But hardly anyone knows in depth. So if you don't know the meaning, how will you focus on that personality and that Leela? Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. So Nam, okay, chalo, you said Keshava Dhruta, Keshav Nam you do. Narahari Rupa, another name of Lord you do. Jai Jagadishari, third name of Lord you do. So name is covered. Roop. Now Roop, Narsingadev, in general Roop may come in your mind, in your heart. But this way, the way this particular stanza, these lines, Chaitanya Goswami has so nicely described, his form, the hands, lotus, they are very soft, and nails are sharp, hard, and all that. So this much depth, in depth, you are not able to focus on the form of Lord Narsingadev because you don't know the meaning. Naam, Roop, Guna, qualities. Now qualities in general you may know, but through this, how all contradictions are resolved in the absolute truth. Hands are very soft like lotus, whereas nails are very hard like very sharp and hard also. So all contradictions. So you cannot focus on the qualities of the Lord because you don't know meaning. And pastime also you cannot deeply penetrate in one sense because you may not know some meaning of some lines. You understand? Prahlada Allada line. He gave pleasure to Prahlad Maharaj. So if you know the meaning, you can immediately enter through the name that which you are already chanting. Whatever prayer is going on, bhajan is going on. If you know the meaning, then you can immediately enter in the form, whatever form is described there, whatever qualities of the Lord or devotee are described there, and whatever pastime is described, you can enter in everything and you can be in Golok Vrindavan just by knowing the meaning. You understand? But many times we don't know. We just go on. So get deeper in Krishna consciousness. But Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj would say, Bhakti is like an ocean. It is ocean because Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. Sindhu means ocean. Amrit means nectar. And Ras means mellows. Relationship. So it's an ocean of the nectar of the mellows of devotion, of devotional service. So in this ocean, if you just dive or if you're on the top surface of the ocean, you will end up getting some 20, 30, 50, 100 fishes. You'll get fishes on the top surface of the ocean. You sell them all and get some money. You may get 1,000 to 2,000 rupees. That's it. But if you dive deep in the ocean, you may get one pearl, and that one pearl will give you how much money? Maybe lakhs of rupees. And what to speak if you get 10, 15 pearls? You'll be crorepati maybe. So diving deep in the ocean of bhakti is very important. We cannot be just floating on the surface of this ocean. It's very deep, it's very vast, it's a science, it's art. How to practice, it's an art. And the whole philosophy is the science behind it. Tattva. Yei Krishna Tattva Vetta. Janma karma cha me divyam evam me vetti tattvataha. Tattvata means what? In truth, in totality, in fullness. So we have to know Krishna and his devotees thoroughly. So we have to get, and that's what Prabhupada said in the preface. Next line, quoting Narottam Das Thakur's song, Gauranga Bolite Habe, Pulaka Sharita. The fourth stanza he says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Hama Bhuja Bose Jugala Piriti. So now who knows the meaning? How many of you know this song, Gauranga Bolite Habe, Pulaka Sharita? Raise your hand. So now don't look there. Close your book. You have you close. Nobody should refer to any book. You just look at me, hear me. Book is not for you. Book is for me. Just to make sure important aspects of that discussion on that verse are not skipped. I can speak without book also, but I may forget some part which may be vital from the importance point of view. So how many of you know the meaning of these lines? Fourth line. Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Hama Puja Base Jugala Piriti. Raise your hand. What is the meaning?
Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti means when will I get the attachment?
No, others should not speak. See, his turn. He in the exam he is not able to write something, and you go? Hi, he is struggling there. My dear friend, teacher will slap you. What nonsense.
When will I get the attachment to the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath? Akuti means attachment or attraction. Kabeham Bhuja Bose Jugal Piriti. Jugal means the Radha Krishna. So
you need not laugh. You can tell the meaning. I am just expecting meaning. If there is some joke happening in that lines, then you can laugh, no problem.
second line.
Chandrabindu?
Second line.
Whole meaning.
When I'll be hankering for the
I'll be like hankering. What is that like hankering? I know hankering, but like hankering I don't know. Please explain that first. You're all lovers of like. I don't know whether you have your own YouTube channel. I mean, please like my channel. Don't dislike it. Be conscientious what you speak.
When
Krishna Prabhupada says, before being Krishna conscious, be conscious of what you speak, what you do, even what you think also. But that is very subtle platform. At least what you do, gross platform, and what you speak. These two are little gross, quite gross, so they can be observed. Just like you go in front of mirror and you see your face, and you can put tilak also. And if you see there is some black suit or something, so you remove it, you wash it with soap or water. So like that you should watch yourself. Understand? That is self-realization. Realizing self means what? Watching the self, seeing the self. In one sense, in front of mirror also we have self-realization. But that's a bodily self-realization. There is some black thing, tilak is gone. That's a self-realization, but it's on bodily platform.
first line, when I'll hanker for the lotus feet of Sri Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. And last line is asking that when I'll get the when I'll understand the pastimes of this Jugal, like Radha Krishna pastime. So by this line, his Narottam Das Thakur is telling that if we serve Rupa and Raghunath Das, then I will understand the pastime of.
How will I serve Rupa and Raghunath? They are not here. They were there 500 years ago.
By serving the like Guru or Vaishnavas.
Hmm. So this Pade has two words. Pade means lotus feet. Pada. Pade. Or Pada means composition. पद वही से ना गान के ये पद है काव्य पद of that song some pad is there stanzas or lines like that. So when will I be eager to understand the literature given, that is the Prabhupada given meaning, and that is true, both the meanings are there. When will I be attached to the lotus feet of Rupa and Raghunath Goswami? That is true, but little deeper, because lotus feet are not available now, isn't it? We have no sketches of them available, no details of them. We have photos, they are drawn, but that is not like actual the way they were. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's actual photo we have. Actual photo means King Pratap Rudra made Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sit when he was sitting. He told one artist and he made sketch of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looked. I have that in my Pune locker. And Nityananda Prabhu's also actual sketch we have. You might have seen, he sits in a posture and something like this. So we know how they looked like and their lotus feet and all. But for Rupa, Sada Goswami we don't have. So Pade actually now in this current time for us it will mean when we will be eager to understand the literature left behind by Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami. So they have left behind wonderful literatures. We should be eager to learn. And then I shall be able to understand the transcendental loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. Kabe Hama Bhujako, Bhujama means to understand. Jugala Piriti, the transcendental loving affairs of Radha and Krishna. They have love for each other, Radha and Krishna. Jugala Piriti. So I will be able to understand. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in order to bestow upon human society the benediction of the science of Krishna. So this is a complete science. We have to know, just like you all study science. That so much in exams we give, so many classes we attend, we do experiments in laboratory, 2 hours per day or in a week at least 7-8 hours, something like that. So much, and we have self-study, isn't it? We discuss with the friends the technical subject matter, the science, all that. We read some extra other books, reference books, apart from our textbooks. We also refer to reference books or foreign author books, all that. So much we do. So much analysis, so much churning and all that. So what about these literatures? When are we going to do that? And without that, how will you understand? Then just like science cannot be understood the deeper aspects without doing all these things what you all do. So like that, the science of bhakti cannot be understood thoroughly without we getting deeper, reading these literatures, all that. To understand the mission of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and follow in his footsteps, one must very seriously follow in the footsteps of 6 Goswamis. So they have, Jiva Goswami has written more than 25 literatures. Shat Sandarbhas he has written on Srimad Bhagavatam. And after that he wrote Krama Sandarbha also, the sequence, how things happen. Because Shukdev Goswami went in ecstasy, sequence changed. You'll see that happens. Ajamil story, he tells the later part and then afterwards who was this Ajamil, then the first part. So sequence sometimes is, that is okay, that's not a problem, but still so many things are there. Sri Prabhupada Bhagavatam is written by Srila Sanatana Goswami. Rupa Goswami has written Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Lalit Madhav, Vidagdha Madhav, Ujjwal Nilmani. So many literatures are there. Srila Rupa Goswami was the leader of all the Goswamis, and to guide our activities, he gave us this Upadeshamrit, the Nectar of Instruction. Upadeshamrit he gave so that we may become pure Vaishnavas. How many of you want to become pure devotees? Haribol! Then you have to read Upadeshamrit. How many of you read once through, start to end? 4 devotees. So that is like one reading. But we have to have second reading, then third reading, fourth reading. I get to teach this book because it is part of Bhakti, Bhakti Shastri. And I taught it in IIT Dhanbad some 1 or 2 years back. and I taught it in Juhu for those brahmacharis, and to our Pune brahmacharis also. Personally, I have read Prabhupada books twice, so that time, so I must have read this book 5-6 times minimum. So it's very important book, because though very small, hardly has 96 or 100, not even 100. It has only 91 pages. That's it. In 91 pages reading and practicing, trying to practice also, you will become pure devotee.
So when we say like follow, means it will instructions or some more things?
What?
When we say like follow
means practice.
like only
That is our contemplation. That is our life. Just like oxygen, we breathe in and breathe out. Continuously it goes on. So like that, continuously I will be following the instructions. Everything. I think about it, I speak about it, I follow it in my bodily activities. Whatever they say. Prabhu Goswami has given 64 links. So we practice it. I said yesterday. Any ISKCON temple you attend morning program 4:30 to 9:30. So in that 41 get covered. There are some principles like celebrating Janmashtami, celebrating Lord's festivals. But those festivals are not daily. Those festivals, Ramnavami will come once in a year only, Nasing Chaturthi once in a year, Janmashtami once in a year. So that's why it cannot be on daily basis. But we should be following all that. And he says, one's first duty is to control his mind and senses. In all spiritual affairs, one's first duty is to control his mind and senses. See, this is our first duty. So how many of us control? In one sense, we control by coming for morning program. It's as I discussed yesterday. Sleep is very difficult to give up early morning. It's hard thing, but we give up because we have to control our mind and senses. Mind may say, no, I slept late yesterday night, or mosquitoes bit me, so I had disturbed sleep, or something. So I will not get up now. So we go against the mind and we get up, we take bath, and we come 4:30 in the morning for whatever Mangalati, Shikshastakam. So that way we will control our senses. This is our first duty. That's why we don't listen to materialistic people, we don't stay with them, we don't take inspiration from them. They say, अरे सोना होता है, सुबह जल्दी नहीं उठने का प्रॉब्लम होता है. Full sleep you need. Full sleep we take. Because they sleep at 12 o'clock, they may get up at 8 o'clock. We sleep at 9, 10 o'clock, so we get up 4 o'clock. We cover our 6 hours sleep. It depends 6.5 hours also. So we have to control our mind and senses. Unless one controls his mind and senses, one cannot make any advancement in spiritual life. That's why you have made more advancement. Because for a long time, whatever 1, 2, 3 years you are practicing, you have been getting up in the morning and attending morning program, whatever goes on there, chanting, etc. Whereas those first years who have come, they have not been practicing for a long time. As somebody said, I think for 5-6 months. Shloka said yesterday. 5-6 months only. Because they are first years. Now only recently they are introduced. And they are not able to get up in the hostel. Because there is no facility. They are not accustomed to it. So their advancement is lesser than you. They can go ahead of you within next few years. Don't be proud of your seniors. Don't be foolish like that. But currently the status is like that. So one has to practice. Ahead he says, everyone within this material world is engrossed in the modes of passion and ignorance. One must promote himself to the platform of goodness, Sattva Gun, by following the instructions of Rupa Goswami, and then everything concerning how to make further progress will be revealed. So generally we are in passion and ignorance, but one must elevate himself to the mode of goodness. One must elevate himself. That means who will elevate you to the mode of goodness? Yourself only. The classes and all will help you to tell what is the mode of goodness, how to come to it, but who has to do it? You only. I can describe Prasad, Mahaprasad very wonderfully, and I can serve you also, but who has to eat? You have to eat. Okay, chalo, I can feed in your mouth also, no problem, but who has to chew upon it? I cannot take your jaws and I will have difficulty, you will be in trouble. You only have to chew upon it and take it inside. Then you will get nourished. So like that. And for that, we have to follow the instructions of Rupa Goswami. And further, whatever is required for, and everything concerning how to make further progress will be revealed. revelation will be there. First you will get realizations and revelations will be also there. Lord will dictate to you, Rupa Goswami will dictate to you. He will tell you, my dear devotee, you are very sincere. Don't do this, do this. Don't do this service, do this service, or do this service in this way. Not that way, this way you can do. So all that revelation will come. It's a direct reciprocation. Lord is in the heart. Dadami buddhi yogam tam. Yenamam upayantite. Sitting in their hearts, I guide them. Krishna is telling personally. Every one of us will be guided by Krishna about making further progress in spiritual life. As far as Smrutir Jnanam Apanam, he is already guiding everyone, even conditioned soul, dogs, hogs, everyone is guiding as Paramatma. But we are all in devotional life, we want to make progress. Our goal is to reach Krishna Prem in this very life. So that Krishna will guide us personally. He is saying that. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvatam. What you have to do? Two things. Tesham satata yuktanam. You should be always engaged in Krishna conscious activity. With physical body, you should be doing some physical service. If that is not possible, verbally, you can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or you preach to others, or you read Prabhupada's books loudly. So that is through Vani. Or if that is also difficult, then with mind you think of Krishna. Which is most difficult actually, because mind has to be very pure to be able to think of Krishna. One whose mind is very pure, 24/7, automatically he thinks of Krishna only. Just like when all of us were born, babies, our mother was more or less 24 hours conscious of us only. Sometimes we may not be in her arms, but she is wondering, where is he? Is he sleeping? Hope he is not fallen from the bed. Very conscious. And as we grow, we get some ability by ourselves. We can walk, we can bathe. So then her consciousness about us reduces. Because we are independent and we are on our own. Now your parents are not so conscious of you. He is grown up, 20-year-old. He has taken part in the running competition also, and he was topper also in that. So now they are not very conscious. You understand? One thing is, you are not expressing your full dependence on parents, which is not required, because you are independent. You are a separate person, and you don't need them so much for everything. In childhood, for passing water, like mommy, shoo, and then she would come and remove the pant. Start. Means even removing pant was not possible for us. We are very small, like that. But we express. And before that, even mummy shoe also no. Directly shoe only. Whosoever has taken as mother, father, grandfather, we did abhishek for them. Free of cost. We were super ignorant. But slowly our ignorance reduced, and then we revealed to our mother that now the shoe is coming. What to do, I am not sure. And she would, okay, start now. And finish. Oh, like that. So now nothing of that sort is required. Now we don't even have to say shoe and all that. So we know what to do. All that. So because our dependence on mother is less now, or hardly mother and father, so that's why they are also not so conscious of us. So this principle in parents comes from original parents, Radha and Krishna. Because we are not expressing our dependence on Radha and Krishna, they are not so much in our lives. You understand? In our childhood, our mother was 24/7, 100 or 108%, she was into our lives. Because we had full dependence on her only. We were completely helpless. We did not know how to walk, what to do, what to eat, how to... nothing. So this principle in parents comes from original parents, Radha Krishna. So we have to express our full dependence on... Prabhupada said on America's, I think 200th Independence Day. They said, Prabhupada, today is America's Independence Day. Prabhupada said, oh really? The real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. This is Prabhupada's famous statement on America's Independence Day. And they were all shocked. Because they were Americans, no? Prabhupada's followers. So they must be a little proud or something. Today is America's Independence Day. Prabhupada smashed them. Real independence is to declare one's dependence on Krishna. And what is the dependence that the Americans declared on Krishna? Zero. Had it not been for Prabhupada going and giving Krishna consciousness, they had forgotten Krishna. They did not have Krishna only. So they were slaves only. Though externally they got independence 200 years back. For 200 years, what went on in America? Not independent life. It went on slavery only. They became more and more slaves of their mind and senses. But Prabhupada came and Prabhupada freed them from their slavery of mind and senses. So this one has to understand these things very nicely. So everything concerning will be revealed. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. Prabhupada's very famous statement. Attitude. Internally what you think of each devotee, of Krishna, of bhakti, and everything related to that. Externally we may go on, just like we are all going on in Darshan Arati. Tava kara kamala vade nakham adbhuta shringa. All these ala, vila, pralab is all useless. Krishna never sees this. Who sang how melodiously, whose throat is golden throat. Golden throat means what? If you cut open, all the vocal cords are gold, made up of gold or what? Or gold plated. This is all useless. Lata Mangeshkar sings, or I don't know who is a famous singer. So that is. In ISKCON there is one cassette, I think, Samarpan, when two famous singers, husband and wife, in Bollywood, I think Jagjit Singh, I think, I'm not sure. Jagjit Singh or Jagdish Singh, that fellow with his wife, they both came to ISKCON Jew temple, Radha Raspberry, and they were praying and they were looking quite morose. So some senior devotee met them and said, because they were famous, everybody was happy. We are in ISKCON temple and these famous singers of Bollywood, they have come, the couple. So then asked, what happened? Why are you morose? Our son died recently, young son. So we are completely broken hearted. So then the devotee said, you are quite famous singers in Bollywood, you are so famous. So why don't you sing the bhajans of Krishna? We have some bhajans, you sing because you are very famous. People would like to, if you sing, that cassette will release from ISKCON side. So people will take that cassette, people will benefit, and that will service will be happening to Krishna. They explained, devotee explained the philosophy, how he's son of Krishna, don't worry, he was given in your care according to karma and all that. So now you can render some service to Krishna, that will benefit you also and your dead son also, his soul will benefit and all. So they both agreed, free of cost. Generally they will sing one song for 10 minutes, I don't know how much they charge, maybe lakhs of rupees, for a very famous melodious voice. So they accepted and some in studio they had recording. You might have heard that, I'll tell you the tune, you know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. How many of you heard this tune? Somewhere? So that is sung by Jagdish Singh in that original in that. I think the name of that cassette was Samarpan, because they offered it, Samarpan, in the memory of their dead son, young son, I don't know how much, maybe 12, 15, 16, 18-year-old, something like that. So they did freely for ISKCON. So now this is okay, it's all glories to them, they did a nice service, Krishna will bless them. But Krishna doesn't see so much the voice, you understand, how melodious is your voice. Krishna sees the attitude. When you are leading kirtan or you are following in kirtan, what is your attitude? You understand? That is most important for him. Now you may like say Om Keshavaya Namaha. Keshav, holy name of the Lord. To Lord Keshav. Om Keshavaya Namaha. I offer obeisance. Om Narayana Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Om Govindaya Namaha. Govinda becomes Govindaya. Vishnu should become Vishnaya. Om Vishnaya Namaha. But what do we say? Om Vishnave Namaha. So according to grammar, technical thing, it has to be Vishnave. Not that Govinda Govindaya, Narayan Narayanaya, Keshav Keshavaya, Vishnu Vishnaya. No, Vishna is wrong. But those who don't know, they may apply logic. Keshav Keshavaya, Govind Govindaya, Narayan Narayana, Vishnu Vishnaya. So Om Vishnaya Namaha. So those who are knowledgeable, they say, he is a fool. He doesn't know. He is making mistake. One sloka is there that Dhiram vadati Vishnave, Murkho vadati Vishnaya, Dhiram vadati Vishnave. Murkho, those who are foolish, those who are ignorant, they say Om Vishnaya Namaha. They don't know. They make mistake. Dhiram vadati Vishnave, those who are knowledgeable. Dhira means knowledgeable person, one who is in knowledge. So Dhiras Tatra Namoyati. You have to be in knowledge. You cannot remain ignorant fools. You can be ignorant fools about IIT, no problem. You can fail in the exam, no problem. You don't miss at anything. But you cannot be ignorant about the science of life. IIT of life. You have to know the science thoroughly. You have to pass. And the final exam, death. So, Dhiram vadati Vishnave. Next line say, Ubhayam tu samam punyam. Both get same punya. Right? One is wrong, one is correct. Yeah? Like one made all mistakes in his final exam, our IIT, 100 marks, and another wrote everything perfectly, and both got 100 marks. Hey? How is it? One should get 0 marks. He did all mistakes. No. Why? The last line says, Bhavagrahi Janardana. Murkho vadati Vishnaya, Dhiram vadati Vishnaye, Ubhayam tu samam punyam. Both get some same punya. Because Bhavagrahi Janardana. Lord sees the bhav. What is your attitude? You understand? The child is saying, Mom. The fellow rascal doesn't know what to say. He doesn't know how to alphabets, A, I, U and all that. But because he's dependent on mother and is crying for mother's help, mother understands. What does this fellow need? And she will give the appropriate thing. You understand? So we have to cry out to Krishna. That mood, that attitude is most important. Externals, fine. We follow them, no doubt. But all these externals should lead to getting deeper into internals. Dependency on Krishna. If that is not there, then what is? So advancement depends on the attitude of the follower. A follower of the Krishna consciousness movement should become a perfect Goswami. Goswami, Go means senses, mind and senses. Mind is the subtle sense and mind is the king of all the other gross senses. So both mind and senses have to be controlled. That is Goswami. In ISKCON, those who take sannyas, generally after Grahastha ashram, if somebody takes sannyas, so he becomes sannyasi, then he is given the title Goswami. I think Indradumna Swami Maharaj was Grahastha earlier. So Indradumna Goswami or like that. It's not very specifically ruled like that, but they would do that. But Swami Goswami, more or less same meaning only. Swami means one who has control. That's why sannyasis are, when they are received by kings, king is Maharaj, king in Sanskrit Maharaj. When he receives any sage, what does he call him? Address him as Maharaj. आइए, अरे महाराज क्या, उनका तो किंगडम ही नहीं है. He doesn't have 1 feet by 1 feet land also on his name. He's standing somewhere 1 feet by 1 feet. But that also 1 foot by 1 foot, that is also not his land. He's a beggar, poverty-stricken fellow. But he has conquered far superior, bigger kingdom than any king in the world. The kingdom of mind and senses. Our mind and senses take us all over the world. So one who has controlled his mind and senses, he is addressed as Maharaj. Though on his bank balance, he doesn't have bank balance, bank account only. Nothing there. He doesn't have any land on his name. He doesn't have one hut also belonging to him. So unless one controls his senses and mind, one cannot become a Goswami. To achieve the highest success in life by becoming a Goswami and then a pure devotee of the Lord, one must follow the instructions known as Upadeshamrit. Upadeshamrit constitutes the first instructions for neophyte devotees. How many of you feel you are neophyte devotee? Always better to think I am neophyte devotee. If your fight is going on with somebody outside, some outsider, some relative, or some devotee, or inside your heart there is some fight going on, that means you are a neophyte. If all conflicts are over, all fights are over, external gross fights and internal subtle fights, all fights are over, then you are not a neophyte. Any fight goes on for you, you are a neophyte. Those spellings are different. It is not N-E-O F-I-G-S-T. N-E-O neophyte. P-H-Y-T-E. But the pronunciation is same. One should follow these instructions very strictly. Then it will be easier to make one's life successful. How many of you want to make your life successful? So what you have to do? Follow these instructions very strictly. Guaranteed. Your success is guaranteed. Prabhupada says, success is guaranteed for a rigid practitioner. Write down. Success is guaranteed. Prabhupada statement. For not a practitioner, for a rigid practitioner. R-I-G-I-D. Rigid means what? Your practice should be like lines on the stones. Listen, they will not get erased. Sometimes some lines here and there, like there is line there on that wall, that will get erased. But lines on the stones don't get erased. The stone is hard. Like on the wall of a well, they have that, through the rope they pull the water to that container. So because the rope abrades over the same part of that parapet wall or whatever of that well, so eventually the stone gets a groove in it, kind of cut, isn't it? Or sometimes if the water is dripping, drop by drop, tap, tap, and there is a stone below, so eventually there is a hole made, and slowly it is a thorough hole from the start of the thing till the end of that stone, hole is made. You see the power of water drop, not even water 10,000 liters, one drop only drips, then next, and eventually the thorough hole is made. This is a power of steady, regulated practice. So every day one has to do that with proper understanding also. Okay, so that is about preface. Any question? Then we go ahead with the first text. So first 3 verses of NOI, Tirupati Shamrut, are talking about Shraddha. You know Shraddha to prem, 9 stages. So first 3 verses are about Shraddha. Next 3 verses, 4th, 5th, 6th, are talking about Sadhusang. How there should be loving dealings, 6 dealings, that is 4th verse. 5th, how we should behave with Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttam Adhikaris. We should pay at least mental obeisance to a Kanishta Adhikari. That is for a Madhyam Adhikari. Madhyam Adhikari, when he meets Kanishta Adhikari, a young devotee, he may not pay physical obeisances, but in the mind he has to pay. Respect has to be given to everyone. And when he comes across another Madhyam Adhikari, he should physically pay obeisances, Panchang Pranam. And when he comes across Uttam Adhikaris, he should look forward to physically serve them. Shushrushaya Bhajana Vigyam Ananyamanya. And then 6th verse talks about how not to see defects in the physical body appearance of pure devotee. So they are talking about Sadhusang. How to do Sadhusang? That is 4th, 5th, 6th. 7th verse talks about Bhajana Kriya to Ruchi. Several of them are covered. Bhajana Kriya, Anatta Nivrutti, Nishtha, Ruchi. 4 are covered in one shloka only. 7th verse is Tannama Rupa Charita. Sat Krishna Nama Charita Disitapya Vidya Pittopataptarasanasya Narochikanu Kintvadaradhanu Dinam Kalusai Vajushva Swadvikramad Bhavati Tadgadamula Antri. Swadvikramad. Swad aa jayega aapko. Yani Ruchi. See, the last line reveals you reach the Ruchi level. But first line what? Sat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya. Krishna's name, form, quality, pastimes are so sweet, like sugar cane juice. Sat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya. Pittopatapta. Pitta has increased in the body. You get jaundice, pilia. Eyes are yellow, nails are yellow. You don't find foodstuffs tasty. Why? Because pitta in the body has increased. If you go to any Ayurveda, hey, you have high pitta, it has to be reduced. So he'll give some medicines, Ayurvedic jadi booty, and the pitta in the body will decrease. And then when it becomes appropriate amount of pitta, then you start liking all the foodstuffs. And the medicine is sugarcane juice for anybody who has got jaundice disease. But then problem is, all of us, if you are given one sugarcane juice glass, will be so happy. 1 liter also will drink happily. But nobody has pilia, jaundice. But the fellow who has got jaundice, for him it is very bitter. He says, I don't want. No, you have to take. No, I don't want. No, you have to. They will force him. So slowly, by taking sugarcane juice, pitta in the body will reduce. And then he will love to take sugarcane juice because jaundice is gone. But they will say, sorry now. That was medicine. That was not sugarcane juice for you. Now it has become sugarcane juice for you. Now we cannot supply. Sorry. So this is 7th verse, talking from Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha and Ruchi. 4. Then 8th verse talks about Asakti. Tannama Rupa Charitati Sukirtananu Smrutyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya Tishtan Vraje Tatanuragi Jananugami Kalam Nayeda Kilamiti Upadesha Saram. This is the Sar of Sar, quintessence, essence of all essence, called quintessence. That is 8th verse. We will discuss in our future classes. And in 9 to 11, 9, 10, 11, talk about Bhav and Prem. So thus, just in 11 verses, you travel all the way from Adu Shraddha to Prem. That's it. So key themes in this book, Nectar of Instruction, are mind and sense control is the first theme. Prabhupada, you can see in preface only he talked, and now first verse also will talk. Then attitude, that Prabhupada covered in preface also. That will be covered in the 11 verses also. Then ISKCON's purpose. What all are purposes of ISKCON? We are all in ISKCON. What? ISKCON is not just ISKCON, say USKCON. इसको नहीं कहते हैं ISKCON. If you hear with this कान, ISKCON, और छोड़ देंगे उस कान से, तो बीच में नहीं रहेगी मुस्कान. So what is ISKCON? इश्क है on. आपका इश्क भगवान के साथ it should be on. It should not be off. It should not be isk off. It should be ISKCON. That is ISKCON. Or another way is KC, Krishna consciousness on. Is Krishna consciousness on. ISKCON, ISKCON. So that is ISKCON. These different devotees, I have heard them. So very nice expression. I love them. So originally in Quran, Ishq word comes for the relationship between Allah and Jiva. Their love is called Ishq. But it was never so famous word till Laila Majnu, I think. That couple, that romantic affair, and that Ishq, because maybe I don't know what they Afghani or what is that. Ishq. And then now whole of Bollywood means Ishq only goes on. So much Ishq hai mera, Ishq hai tera, something like that. So that is not Ishq meaning. Originally it comes from Quran, and in Quran it is meant for relationship between the Jiva and the Supreme Lord Allah. So ISKCON should be, that is ISKCON's purpose. 3rd. Then 4th, Guru and disciple. How should the relationship be, and details, lot of details are all explained very nicely. Then first verse talks in itself. Who is the one who can be a guru? Guru is not somebody who wears saffron clothes, shaved head or jata, matted locks of hair, with some bhasma here or tilak there. That is not guru. Guru means there are a lot of characteristics. First verse describes. Then 5th one is sadhu sang. It is another theme in the terms. Then 6th is devotees, kinds of devotees. Kanishtam, Madhyam, Uttam. All are described very nicely. Then behaviors of these 3 types of devotees, Kanishtam, Madhyam, Uttam. And qualifications also. All that is covered. And then 7th theme is bhakti. The stages of bhakti and development of bhakti. So it's very deep science. Looks very small, but after 30, 40, 50 years also, we might think that not yet perfected many things, or few things at least. If you become pure devotee, then you must be following all that. So one question has come. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Sometimes we may have some rough dealings with the Vaishnavas because of our wrong attitude. How to correct our attitude, especially while dealing with equal devotees? And if once we are happen to have some rough dealings with devotees, what to do offer that? What to do offer that after that, because offense has happened. There are two types of offenses, I said: mental offense and offenses of the mistakes of the mind and mistakes of the heart. Mistakes of the mind are not so serious. I gave an example yesterday. I said, "Can I get glass of water?" And he poured. He poured means he got stuck somewhere. So that was not his intention. But somebody wanted to purposefully put it on the head. So that is a very serious offense. This earlier offense, mistake of the mind. I'm in a hurry and I rush through, and by mistake my foot touches to one of you, and I don't sense it, and I'm hurrying. You understand? So you may have, what nonsense? Prabhu just kicked me. No, I did not kick you. It just happened without my knowledge also. So this how this offense will get nullified. So next day morning, all of us are together in morning program. I'll pay obeisances to all of you. Vancha kalpadurubhesha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavagano. So my unknowingly committed offense of the previous day will be eradicated. Next, I'll be serving you also. So I will serve you. Let's say gulab jamun is there in the feast, and everybody gets two. So I give you two, and then you are very much fond of gulab jamun. So I know that. So I say, Prabhu, would you like to take one more? I would, Prabhu, the rule is only two, na? Not more. No, you can take my two gulab jamuns also. No problem. I don't have so much. You take it. So then you will think, Arey, yesterday he kicked me. Today he is giving me his gulab jamun quota also. So I don't think Prabhu is very bad. I think he's very nice, loving devotee. Yesterday he was in hurry also, I saw. Maybe by mistake, it touched me. That was not his fault. So you forgive him. You understand? Continued serving and continuously paying obeisances. Every day we are paying obeisances. So mental offenses will be, or mistakes of the mind will be forgiven. But for the offense which is mistake of the heart, you have envy toward a devotee, you have to make forgiveness from such a devotee. Before that also, what is required is, we have to hear classes. Nashta prayashu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. So we understand the glorious position of Vaishnavas, how much Krishna respects. I read Srimad Bhagavatam first to 12th canto, first time. I started reading in third year of engineering only. So it took totally 5.5 years for me. I had other things also. I joined as a brahmachari. During till engineering end, I read 5 cantos, and others after joining as a brahmachari. So as a brahmachari, then so many services, youth preaching, menial services, and plus our Brahman Diksha, there were some 6 books to be studied, the exam. Bhakti Shastri was there. So whole thing took 5.5 years, long time. Second reading, it took 3.5 years. It was very fast, like that, because I got more time. So 5.5 years I took, but one thing was very clear from first canto to end of 12th canto, that Bhagavatam has so much stress on glories of devotees, importance of devotees. Lord loves devotees like anything. Anybody does any wrong thing to a devotee, Krishna cannot tolerate. You hit Krishna, he will not be so much offended. But you do offense to a devotee, Krishna will be very angry. The Acharyas have given an example of bitch, she-dog. So she-dog you misbehave with, she will not be so much troubling you. But if you touch a puppy, newly born puppies, if you go close to them, bitch becomes very much on guard. She becomes very upset, and she will attack you also, tear you off. How many of you have experience? I had that in my childhood. I was not knowing. Small puppies, I got attracted. I went close, and that bitch did not like. She came behind me. I got scared. I started going away. She came behind me. I started going faster. She came faster. Then I started running. She started running. So that was, then I came to the end of that PWD bungalow, Public Welfare Department. They had bungalows on height, some 5-6 feet above the ground level. They had that kind of thing. And then end of it I reached. And then I jumped from there for saving my life. That was the biggest, highest jump in my life at that age. I don't know how old I was, 6, 7, 8 year old. So from 5 or 6 feet tall wall, from there I jumped on the ground. And then the beach went away and I was saved. So Krishna does not like his devotees offended by anybody. And how can you be offending them? So regular classes will help us. So in case you offend a devotee, what we have to do? We have to go to that devotee and beg forgiveness, which is a big blow on our false ego. The fact that you offended a Vaishnava, that means you have a false ego. Anybody who is humble can never offend. You understand? Rich people offend poor people. हट जा, कुछ करता क्यों नहीं? Why don't you work? The poor people will not hurt, offend rich people. They will beg, sir, थोड़ा सा दे दो. Give me daily wages, give me job, something like that. So humble person can never offend, but arrogant fellow, egoistic fellow will offend. So beware, don't offend Vaishnavas. So rough dealings, now make smooth dealings. Sometimes the sculptor carves a deity. So the surface is rough when he uses chisel and hammer. So it's a hard stone, he chips off the extra part and he carves out a very beautiful form, whatever the form, like that. But it is still rough. Then what he does? He takes polished paper and he does very smooth and all. He makes it very smooth. For our Radha Vrindavan Chandra, we applied makhan on them for before installation, daily. The deities were already carved from Makarana, Rajasthan, and they were smoothened also by the sculptors only. They were very smooth, but to make further smooth and to increase shining and all that. So daily we were applying makhan to them, to the whole body. So they became very beautiful. And then we installed them like that. So just see. So rough dealings now convert into smooth dealings. Rough ends should become now smooth ends, like that. It is your responsibility. If we don't do, then the problem is there in our heart. That thorn is in our heart, and it will prick you every now and then. You cannot practice bhakti smoothly. You will have tough time. To the degree we are offensive, to that degree we will have tough time in bhakti. Krishna के साथ पंगा लेना है. It is like that. Can you challenge Krishna? All demons challenge Krishna. Whether Putana, Agasur, Bakasur, Vyamasur, Shaktasur, Arishtasur, all of them. Hey Krishna, I'll kill you. Ultimately, who got killed? The demon only. So don't challenge Krishna by saying, I'll offend your devotee. Devotees are most loved by Krishna. We cannot afford to do that. Rather, as morning I was telling, we have to be very careful. Serve Vaishnavas. The more you serve Vaishnavas, the more blessings you will get. Life is nothing but earning blessings of more and more Vaishnavas. You begin bhakti, you have blessings of very few Vaishnavas. And as you keep serving Vaishnavas, you get more blessing, then more blessing. More serving, more blessing, more serving more and more Vaishnavas, you get more and more blessing. You become very powerful devotee. You will become a lion-like devotee. You all know the story of that rat who was being attacked by a cat. So fellow was very much in trouble. Then he went to a sage. Oh, my dear sage, please, make me a cat. Cat? What? How will cat? The cat disturbs me so much. If I become cat, I can drive away that cat. He will say, hey, that will not work. Sage said, no, please, Maharaj. Okay, take it. You become a cat. He became cat. So he was very happy. That cat came, meow, meow. And then this cat started chasing after rats like that. And was very happy. Now I'm done. And then suddenly one dog came. And he ran away here and there. Dog was chasing. He became again scared, went to the Sadhu Maharaj. Sadhu Maharaj, make me a dog. He said, that will not solve for. No, the dog. I'll bark at the dog if I become dog. Okay, take it. You become a dog. So he became dog. Then he barked at that dog. And he was very happy chasing after cats also. Like that. But suddenly one day lion came. And he was afraid, lion. So he went to sage, make me a lion. He said, that will not solve. Anyway. So he said, maybe you be a lion. So he became lion. And then he Mahaprasade Govinde. What? Said, I will eat you now, sage. I'm hungry. हमारी बिल्ली हमसे में हमारा शेर हमसे Meow, whatever. Okay, Punarmushtika Bhava. May you become a rat again. So that lion, huge body, got converted to a very small rat and went underground there. Namo Nishan Media. Underground, not visible. So you can become, this is true for all of us. We are all like rats, hidden underground somewhere. Though you were in IIT, still who knew about you? Now if you go ahead in ISKCON, you will find how you will have friends from all over India. You will have friends from all over world. International friends you will have. Because ours is international society, no? So you will have. They will invite you to their place also. I get invitations from many places because devotees know me. So if we were normal engineers, electrical engineers, what international invitation will come? Nobody will know us across the globe. But now so many devotees know. So you will from rat level existence be elevated to cat level, then dog level and lion level. Every devotee in ISKCON will become like a lion. Sure enough. But if they become proud and start pouncing on the devotees who blessed us and made us into lion, then we will be again cursed to become rats. Underground. Namo Nishan मिट जाएगा आपका. Nobody will knew that such and such devotee ever existed in ISKCON. And I know hundreds of such people who were famous, who were brahmacharis earlier. अभी उनका नामो निशान मिट गया. Nobody knows whether he is a devotee or not devotee. So one should be extremely careful. Most important thing in life, not to offend Vaishnavas. Even if you offend Krishna, not a big problem. Tomasthane aparade tare Hari sthane aparade tare Hari naam. Anybody who has offended Lord Hari, so what is the remedy for him? How to get rid of offense? Tare Hari naam. If he just chants Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, his offense to Hari is gone, destroyed. Thomas Thane Aparade Nahi Paritran. But if anybody offends pure devotee of the Lord or devotee of the Lord, there is no solution except to go to that devotee, bow down to him, pray to him, please forgive me, render service, please him. And when he says, I am pleased with you, then your offense is nullified. Otherwise not. Rupa Goswami Pad, you know, he was in meditation, and what is happening in Golok Vrindavan, Radha Krishna pastime, he is able to see from here only in his meditation. And Krishna was little joking with Radharani. He put her in difficult situation. So Rupa Goswami is saying how funny Krishna is. So he laughed like that. His eyes were closed. And one Vaishnava was passing on the street nearby. He was having leg problem, handicap. So he was limping, not able to walk properly. And when he saw Rupa Goswami with closed eyes laughing, he said, what is this? Such a senior devotee, and he is just laughing at me just because I am handicapped, I cannot walk, and shows his eyes closed so that it will appear like, he is not laughing at me. So he took the offense that Rupa Goswami offended me. And he left, and Rupa Goswami's meditation broke. He was trying to sit again. What happened? I want to know. Krishna had, Radharani was hanging on the branch of the tree while taking flowers. Krishna left her there. How did she come down? I want to know. But he's not able to get the further broadcasting online, direct live. So he was wondering. Then he went to his elder brother, Sanatana Goswami, and said, I have this kind of meditation was there and it broke. What happened? So you must have committed offense to some devotee. He said, no, I never committed it. No. Unknowingly some offense is committed maybe. So how will I know unknowingly committed? No, you serve all the Vaishnavas prasadam. Invite them for feast. Vaishnava, Brahmana, Bhojana Priya. Devotees like prasadam. Everybody will come except that devotee whom you have offended. Sure enough, Rupa Goswami gave invitation. Everybody came, only one devotee did not come. Rupa Goswami went to Sanatana Goswami. Only that devotee, that is the devotee you have offended. So no, I need not offend. No, go and find out. So then he went to him, got close up. So then he tried to see. Then he found that devotee was not ready to come. So what happened? Then he said, that day you offended me. When? That day with closed eyes. He said, that was not Prabhu, you. I did not laugh at you. Then he told what I was seeing in Golok Vrindavan. So then the devotee understood. By the way, Rupa Goswami offered obeisances, Panchang Pranam to the devotee. So please forgive me. He said, no, that was not your point. So please come for prasad. So okay. Then he came, took prasad, and then Rupa Goswami sat. So whatever, it's like a earlier uploaded YouTube video. And he got the further part. What happened? Radharani was hanging on the branch of the tree. How did she come down? How Krishna took her down? Then he got to see that. So thus offense to Vaishnavas is most deadly thing.
Yesterday you told unless he give the offense, then the Vaishnava is taking the offense, he cannot take the offense. Like he is taking the offense on his side. Like,
That is ignorant Vaishnavas. They are unnecessarily assuming that you did offenses and all. That is mental platform. And this is advanced devotee. This devotee, handicapped though, he was certainly advanced. So he took the offense and Rupa Goswami's meditation broke.
but Rupa Goswami didn't went to offend him.
Yes, true. But somehow, if unknowingly also you have committed offense, that has to be nullified. That I told you. Next day morning we have to menu offer. In our case, now they did not have morning program like that. So there he did not pay offenses. So there are no further interaction. So how to know? He went to Sanatana Goswami, he revealed, you have committed offense. Now how to know? Call everyone for feast. So you have to find out who was the one whom you committed. And then continued service also I said second. So there are no interaction only with them, so continued service. And Rupa Goswami doesn't know offense happened. So he had to find it out with the help of Sanatana Goswami. He could find out. And he rectified it. Okay, so now first verse. This is Vidhi. So in these verses, Vidhi and Nisheth, both things are told. Do's and don'ts. What to do and what to avoid. So the first verse is about Vidhi. What to do. It is talking about symptoms of a Tridandi Goswami. He can be a Grihastha also. That is not a problem. Sannyas, external sannyas is not that important. Sannyas is internal thing in one sense. Renunciation. Externally one may take Danda, Tridanda. But so this is Madhyam Adhikari acting as a Grihastha, even if one is a Grihastha, but he is a Madhyam Adhikari or he is a Tridandi Goswami, Sannyasi. So then his symptoms are described. You can repeat after me. Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam.
Vacho vegam manasah krodha vegam.
Jivha vegam.
Jivha vegam.
Udara upastha vegam.
Udara upastha vegam.
Etan vegan yo.
Etan vegan yo.
Vishaheta dhiraha.
Vishaheta dhiraha.
Sarvam apimam.
Sarvam apimam.
Prithvim sashishya.
Prithvim sashishya.
Again, devotee is opened there. Okay, ठीक है, for reference. So look now again. So what he's saying is, etan vegan. These 6 urges which are described in first line. Yo, one who vishaheta dhira. Any man who is knowledgeable, sober, by his knowledge he becomes sober. If he tolerates these 6 urges, etan vegan yo vishaheta dhira, prithvim sashishya. He can make disciples all over earth. How many of you want to make disciples all over earth? Come on, do not. Why only just take a job in Infosys, persistent, cognizant, Google, or Microsoft, JDS, or I don't know which other companies, Oracle. I just settle with being employee, at best manager in one of the units of this, one of the companies. Why not have disciples all over the world? Africans as your disciples, Japanese, Russian, Dutch, French, Italian, Spanish, English. Isn't it? Very lucrative proposal. Yes or not? You are an humble Vaishnava. You are not after Nathanam, Najanam, Nasundari. I don't want Janam. I don't want followers. I don't want Indian followers also. Forget about French, Dutch, Italian, Spanish, Russian. Not required. No, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh Amara agyay Guru hayya Tare ekdesh. On my order you all become Gurus. So every one of you have to compulsory become Gurus. It's compulsory, not optional in question in exam. For ISKCON devotees, it is compulsory question. You have to write it, solve it. You have to become guru. Now Mahaprabhu only has said that. Okay, chalo, even if you are not official guru, unofficially you have to be guru. You are already gurus. How many of you are doing facilitation for first year boys? You are already gurus. Patapradeshak gurus. Okay. So what is the qualification? What happened? You are relaying that? Okay. So 6 urges you have to control. Vacho vegam. The tendency to speak. Urge to speak. So much. Manasaha krodha vegam. The urges of the mind. Urges of anger. Krodha vegam. Jiva vegam. Urge of the tongue. Which urge eating. Vacho vegam means urge to speak. Jiva vegam is urge to eat palatable dishes. Then udaro vegam. Urge to fill it fully. Urges of the belly. Tongue goes by taste of the foodstuffs. Belly goes by quantity. The belly is not concerned about taste, can't understand only. And tongue is not concerned about quantity. Tongue is concerned about quality of the foodstuff. Any foodstuff you like, the tongue becomes conveyor belt. Keep putting. चलते रहो. Vacho vegam, manasaha krodha vegam, jiva vegam, udara upastha. Upastha is genital. According to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if one controls the tongue, automatically the belly and genital come under control. If you have fasted on the Pandav Nirjala Ekadashi, how many of you have fasted? Full fasting. So you'll find how tongue gets contracted and genital becomes very small, weak. And on the contrary, if we eat foodstuffs, especially overeating, then tongue is overstuffed. The stomach is overstuffed and the genital gets agitated. So that's why one should not exactly fast. One should eat appropriate quantity of food, not too much, not too less. So he says, if one cannot tolerate these urges, then there will not be purification, there will not be progress. So it's must for everyone has to control these 6 urges. To whatever degree you control these 6 urges, to that degree you are purified, to that degree you make progress. The new devotees who have just begun, they have not controlled these 6 urges so much. So they are not so pure and they are not so much progressed also in spiritual life. But that doesn't mean somebody is senior 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in ISKCON, 40 years. But he also, 30-year, 40-year-old devotee, chanting for 16 rounds for 30 years, 40 years. If he has not controlled these 6 urges, that means his heart is not very pure and he is not so much progressed. It is not the externals that matter. Many of you use the terms like, my equal devotee, my seniors. This is okay because you are all in the beginning phase. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, these terms will change. Who will be your equal? Who will be your senior? Who will be younger? That will change. Because how you practice Krishna consciousness, that decides. Just like all of you were something like 11th standard students, all your batchmates, boys, girls, then you are all together in 12th standard. And 12th standard board exam or whatever exam, that decided. Somebody went for engineering, somebody went only for BA, somehow he's passing there, he fails there, all that. You understand? So years later, and then thereby one gets job. Somebody who did BA, he only became artist and he's earning monthly 10-20,000. Whereas somebody studied like anything, he went for post-graduation, postdoc, and then he's earning per month 3 lakhs rupees or 4 lakhs rupees, a high package. You understand? So all that will be decided later. And you're that friend you were playing and all that, and he will have some awe and reverence for you. He will tell others, some people in society, अरे ये मेरा ही classmate है, अभी post doctorate किया इसने, and he has been a research scientist in Bangalore, and his income is. You understand? So he has security is there, but little awe and reverence because you studied like anything. You went deep in your studies. You understand? So like that, years later, this terminology will change. You understand? But no problem. Currently, you go by your whatever is going on. In purport to this long purport, several pages, but Prabhupada in the beginning talks about Prayachitta, how he says that this undergoing of atonement and all won't work. Experience is gathered by hearing and seeing, but less intelligent people, their experience is by undergoing that experience only. Experience is the best teacher, and a fool learns by no other means. There is an English saying. Experience is the best teacher, and who learns through experience? Fools. The third class, fourth class fellow. First class person just by hearing. You understand? Shabda Praman. Okay, I should not do this. But if faith is not there, one will say, no, I think there is some problem. How it is so? I want to see. Then you see some people in life, how they, when they went by that route, that course of action, then they suffered. Okay. So hearing also you did not have faith, then you saw also some people suffering. Then okay, now you learned. So you are second class. Like first class just by hearing, second class by hearing and seeing, third class by experiencing himself. He said, no, I heard it and I saw others, but actually they all did not know how to do it. I will do it. I heard that from third floor if you jump, you may break your hand and leg, and or you may die. And I saw also some people, but I think they did not jump properly because they were not engineers. They did not know how to balance the center of gravity of the body while jumping from third floor. I am perfect engineer. I know my weight and I know center of gravity and I know momentum and all this, everything I have studied. So I will jump from third floor in such a way, I will neither end up in breaking hand or leg or nor death. So now you will learn, you jump yourself and get a nice experience. So he is a fool. And fourth class person, this is third floor is too high, let's say first floor, then also some damage will happen. A second floor. So then he jumps and he is hospitalized for 3-4 months, and then he is fourth class person. No, last time I jumped, but still my studies of momentum and law of gravity, center of gravity were not proper. I have studied now afterwards. Now I will jump again. And this time I will not have hand breaking or leg breaking, nor will I die. So he, after experiencing also, is not learning. So he is very fourth class, 10th class. Understood? First class is by hearing. Second class by hearing and seeing. Third class by hearing, seeing and experiencing. And fourth class, through these three also, he is saying, no. I have to do it in proper way. Like that. So Prabhupada says, many things he says, how this atonement doesn't work. The Christians, they go to church and they have confession, they call it, confession booth. So Father, on Monday I drank wine, on Tuesday I smoked cigarette, on Wednesday I flirted with my girlfriend, and on Thursday I slapped that fellow, on Friday I kicked the other fellow, and today Saturday, Father, please forgive me. Okay, son, you're forgiven. Put 500 rupees at least in the donation box, and God will forgive you. Take care. Yes, Father, thank you, Father. He puts 500 rupees. And Sunday morning he drinks wine. And that is compared to Hathi Snan. Kunjara Shauchavat. Kunjara Shaucha. Kunjara means elephant. Shauch means bathing. So the fellow, that elephant, he comes to the river. And he enters in the river and nicely he sprays water with his trunk. Other elephants also will bathe him. It's a joint adventure, kind of. And a nice Samohik Snan. They will bathe each other and nicely he is clean now. And as soon as he comes to the bank of that pond, what he does? He rolls in the dust which is around there. Nicely he will roll. Now he was wet bodied and now he rolled in the dry dust. Whole dust sticks all over his body. And eventually because of sunlight it dries up and this fellow is dirty like anything. Till next day or next time when he goes for bathing, He's a dirty fellow. So what is the use of his 1 hour bath that he took in that thing? So it's all nullified. So that is how this atonement process works, or confession, or whatever. Christians have confession, we have atonement in the Vedas. But it won't work because the real problem is heart is impure. So heart, one has to go to the root cause. And for that, bhakti is there. Tapasya one has to undergo. One has to refrain from negative activities. And the tapasya he begins with vachovegam. First, one must control his speaking power. So Prabhupada says every one of us have this power of speech. It's very powerful. They say, na, pain is mightier than a sword. Have you heard? Pain. Pain means P pen, ball pen, fountain pen. With that you write something and it is mightier than sword. Sword may cut, one person may get cut. Let's say with sword you cut off. Means you don't do that. Somebody's neck or something. So one person is killed. With pain you write, Hitler writes, kill 10 lakh Jews. And the paper goes to subordinates. You understand? How many people will be killed? 10 lakhs. So how much powerful is the pain? Pain is mightier than sword. So speech, we have this power of speech. One has to use it properly. They say that tongue has no bones, but it can break your bones. बाहर जाके रोड पे किसी को बोलो इस something, bastard, you rascal. In local regional language, in Telugu, you give some gali and you see. He may punch on you, break some bone only. The tongue has no bones, but it can break our bones. One has to use the tongue very carefully. Prabhupada compares in the purport to croaking of frog or toad. In the rainy season, you'll hear that sound, that croak, that toad or frog keeps producing croaking. Why? He wants to attract she frog. He wants to have sex. And he's calling, I love you, come here, love, let's have romantic rainy season. Sawan ka mahina, kale baad chhaye hai. Let's have romance. So he's inviting her for romance. But then what happens? She may not come. She's a little far. She's not getting plane to come here. Meanwhile, a snake is around, cobra, and he hears the sound. The fellow cannot see, but he hears draw, here. He comes and engulfs that toad. So this cobra is compared to Kala Sarpa. Time is also a snake. Kalosmi lokashaya krut pravruto, Krishna says in the 11th chapter. Time, I am the destroyer of the three worlds. So Kal is also compared to Sarpa, Kala Sarpa. So just like Sarpa, snake engulfs one, that toad, he will catch him. And he's trying to escape, and then he's pulling him inside. And then the legs of the frog, back hind legs, they are already inside the mouth of that snake. And then he's pulling. Then his waist also goes inside. Then his front legs also. And he's pulling. He's trying to escape, but he cannot escape. And then his neck goes inside. And then his eyes are also inside. Mouth is a little bit. And then that also goes inside. Little bit is. And then that also. And he goes inside the body. He's killed. He's eaten up. He's digested and all that. So Kala Sarpa is engulfing all of us. You are 20 years old, means your legs are inside the mouth of Kala Sarpa. I am 47, 48 turning now. It's like my, I don't know what. If I'm going to die in 1 year, then my, almost this is also gone inside. Little bit hair are outside the Kala Sarpa. Like that. But supposing we live up to 78 years. So I'm engulfed by Kala Sarpa up to my, whatever, chest or shoulders. Little bit. And slowly, we are going inside Kala Sarpa. It is compulsory. And how the time gets wasted? Through speaking. Kala Sarpa, how this fellow this toad, what it does, it keeps croaking. Croaking. Then the Sarpa comes close and engulfs him. So a lot of time gets wasted in speaking. So one should not speak. where it is required, then only one should speak. That yesterday we discussed Anudvega Karam Vakyam. So one should ask whether whatever I speak, is it needed? Like I am speaking now this Krishna Katha, this is needed. This should be spoken 24 hours. Prabhupada writes, the preacher of Krishna Katha is beyond the clutches of death. If you are speaking about Krishna, Kala Sarpa is not engulfing you. But you are speaking about mundane subject matters, sure enough. In fact, he is pulling you like anything. Very quickly you will die. Life will be passed by very quickly and one will die soon. So one should not waste time like that. So what I was telling point before that? Which parameters?
Like whatever is it needed? Like
Yes. Is it needed? What I am speaking or going to speak, is it needed? Then is it palatable in a sense? Is it good for others? Maybe it is needed, but it may not be spoken in a proper way. So I need to speak in an appropriate way. First, and it is truth. Whether it is truth. If it is not truth, why to speak it? A lot of the news they go on, a lot of things are not true also. They make it very sensational. Once one devotee told me that, Prabhu, in Delhi ISKCON temple, a terrorist was caught by Delhi police. And he told me that he was acting as a brahmachari in brahmachari ashram of Delhi ISKCON temple. I was wondering, my God, terrorists of Pakistan terrorists, and acting as a brahmachari in brahmachari. So we have to be careful in ISKCON. We cannot allow anyone to be brahmachari. We have to watch how they did not watch and all that, like that. So this was the news that time, it seems. Then after some days, the police caught him and interrogated and all. Then it was understood he was one devotee of ISKCON in Pakistan. His name was Raja or something. He was Hindu only. So he was practicing. And then he came to India with his what they call visa or something. The visa had expired, but he is like a transcendental devotee. So okay, I am chanting Hare Krishna 16 rounds. Not a problem. So he did not renew that visa. But then the police came and then they interrogated, Arey, kaun hai ye Pakistan ka aadmi? Terrorist hai kya ye? They have to be suspicious only, na? They interrogated and then they understood he is devotee from Pakistan. And they just scolded him a little bit. You should renew your visa. Okay, sorry. So you see, this is not a news, you understand, na? He was not a terrorist at all. He was a devotee only. Only his fault was he did not renew his visa and all that. He was transcendental. चलता है तो प्रसाद अच्छा है दिल्ली टेम्पल में इधर ही रह जाता हूँ थोड़े और दिन. So this is how a lot of fake news are there. They make it very sensational. And even when there are natural calamities, they don't tell the exact figure because people will be shocked. Somewhere tsunami came, 10,000 people died. So now they write 10,000 people will be shocked. So they write small number, some less. 4,000 people are, 4,000 dead bodies are found yet, and others are in the process. So they will not tell exact figure sometimes. Many things are go on in that, a lot of manipulation and all that. So ask yourself whether it is truth. Even if it is truth, is it required to be told? Yesterday I gave an example of Yudhishthira Maharaj. When he asked Vidurji that how is Krishna, he asked how is Vasudeva, how is Devaki Mata, how is this, how is that, and he asked how is Krishna also. So Krishna had left planet, but this thing, or Vidurji did not tell. Not that he spoke lie. He did not say that Krishna is fine in Dwarka. He did not say that. He just did not speak about Krishna. He did not speak because that was an unpalatable truth. Very heavy news for Yudhishthira Maharaj. So whether it is truth, whether it is kind, and whether it is needed. If it is not needed, don't speak it. Prabhupada said the talking of materialistic men and impersonalist Mayavadi philosophers may be compared to croaking of frogs. Even our talking, lot of our talks could be also falling in Prajalpa category, unnecessary talks. Prabhupada, way back, I don't know which year, there were, whatever the number of ISKCON temples that time, 5 were prominent big temples, maybe New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco, 1 or 2 or 5. So that time telex machine had come in the market, American market, new. It's a latest invention, telex. Telex means I think something you type over here, message, and then through whatever electric thing, anybody else who has telex machine, he can take a printout and he gets the message that you sent. It's very slow communication, but this is in proper time, where this was the fastest communication of that time. You understand? Telex machine, newly invented. So when that came in the market and devotees came to know, so they asked Prabhupada, some leaders approached, Prabhupada, can we purchase telex machine for our 5 very prominent temples like New York, Los Angeles? Other small temples, so much money is not there in ISKCON. So this will be helpful for communication. No? Ours is international society. So Prabhupada said, oh, telex machine? No. For those 5 temples, we don't want telex machine. Otherwise, devotees will do prajalpa. With telex machine, which is such a slow way of communication, Prabhupada saying, if we purchase just 5 machines, devotees will do prajalpa. And now what fastest communications we all have. With 3G, 4G, 5G, mobiles, laptops, internet. What a high fast communication is there, isn't it? Internationally we can give call anyone, free calls, WhatsApp calls and all that. And every devotee in ISKCON has smartphone and all that, isn't it? How much prajalpa we will do? Prabhupada will be shocked. My God, mera ISKCON, Bhagwan, aap hi sambhalo. All devotees all over the world are doing prajalpa. So much blasphemy of devotees goes on internet. One devotee blaspheming other devotee is blaspheming. He's a rascal and he's a bastard and so much useless. So one should take care not to do that. So devotees don't read Prabhupada books. That's why His Holiness Kadam Kanan Swami Maharaj said, how much do you move your fingers on the beads and how much you move your fingers on the screen of your laptop, mobile, all that. How many of you move your fingers more on the beads? That means your laptops, that scrolling happens less than 2 hours because we finger our beads on the fingering happens on the beads for 2 hours, 16 rounds. How many of you do for less than 2 hours? Scrolling and all that stuff. So you see? So we have to think what to do. Now you as students cannot increase more than 16 rounds. So whether you can reduce scrolling, you see, your choice, your life. So Mohan Vrat also Prabhupada condemns. Some Mauni Babas, that on the sled they will keep Mohan Vrat. Big Mauni Baba, they will put some money, 10 rupees, 100 rupees. But this fellow, apparently he doesn't do prajalpa, he has controlled his urge to speak, but he writes books. And all the garbage of his heart doesn't come out through his mouth because he doesn't speak, Maundra, but it comes out through his pain. And people read it and they will do prajalpa, they will do nonsense because this fellow's nonsense has gone out. So Maundra also will not help. The meaning of controlled speech conveyed by Srila Rupa Goswami advocates the positive process of Krishna Katha. Not that we all take Maundra, all of us put cellotape or electric tape on our lips and we all write, Vacho Vegam Niyantran, under control going on. Sorry. Whatever it is, write on the whiteboard. It is written there on. And I'll get back to you. So that is not the meaning. But speak about Krishna only. Macchitta madgata prana bodhayanta paraswaram kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. When 2 devotees meet, or 3 devotees meet, 4 devotees, what do they do? Macchitta madgata prana. 3 things Krishna tells. Macchitta. The lives of my devotees are dedicated to me. That means with their body, they are doing everything for Krishna. Macchitta madgata prana. Sorry, macchitta is their mind is fixed on me. Madgata prana. Their lives are dedicated to me. That means physically they serve me. Bodhayanta paraswaram. And they discuss about me when they meet each other. Prabhu, what did you read today? Oh, I read NOI. Now really, what did you study? I studied first verse and what, And you went to temple, you came from temple. Was there any class? Did you attend? Yeah, I attended Bhagavatam class. So what was discussed? So this is how devotees should. You understand? Not that, what is the latest news? What is next drive of Narendra Modi? And what about Ukraine and Russia war? Is it over or what is going on? This kind of materialistic talk should not be there. If it is related to preaching, that is another thing. Like we are going to purchase. Like morning I saw this machine. So for our upcoming Vrindavan Yatra, we are looking for sound system. So I wanted to ask one of you, whosoever knows, that how much this costs. Anybody knows how much this costs? Around? It must be minimum 5,000, I think. Yeah. So I want some amplification system for our yatra when we go in different places in Vrindavan. Kirtan we can do, and there will be 45, 50 devotees, Prabhuji's, Mataji's. So whosoever sings, this should be audible to them. And then when we have classes also, it should be amplified in a way 40, 50 people are able to hear any place. So when I saw this, I wanted to ask, what is this model and how much it costs, where is it available? So this is not Prajalpa. I did not ask because morning was packed, but maybe now I have asked already. So this is not Prajalpa, because not that, I want to broadcast, I am standing for election and I want to say, please vote me, please vote me. This is not for Krishna's glorification only. That is okay. But otherwise, all talks which are not related to Krishna, devotees or their service, that is all Prajalpa. We should not do that. Prabhupada's translation about Prajalpa is, which will come in next verse, talking unnecessarily about mundane subject matters. Where it is necessary, we can speak. Once one, what you call Formula 1 race car driver, they call Formula 1, the race car, what is what? Formula 1. So the flat cars kind of, and they go with high speed, the competition, the matches are there. So one such fellow came, Formula 1 car driver. So Prabhupada was introduced. Prabhupada said, oh really? So what all different types of cars you have? So that was his subject matter. He said, Swami, this type is there, that type and all that, And then what all the different features of this different, okay, this feature, that feature, and how do you experience, what is the speed? And devotees were wondering, 1 hour the talk went on. Prabhupada is asking question and he is answering. It is his field. Prabhupada knows nothing. Prabhupada is doing Prajalpa for 1 hour. Like that. Devotees were shocked. So after 1 hour, after asking so many questions and he answering, then Prabhupada said, so our body is exactly like a car. And then he was listening. The eyes are like the headlights. And then mouth is like horn. Like that. And Prabhupada said, and he was listening. Wow, interesting. I have been driving so many varieties of race cars, but I never thought or knew that my body is also car and all that. And the Prabhupada said, the driver is the soul. And soul is part and parcel of Krishna. And then he was listening because this is nothing known to him. And without his asking questions, Swamiji is speaking to him. And Prabhupada spoke for 1.5 hours or so. Then devotee understood, Prabhupada was matching the frequency first and then started preaching. It's like, if you want to take out ghee, you put your finger in the ghee bottle and take it out. How much ghee will be there? Hardly anything. So what you have to do? You have to put finger inside and then bend it. Then you will get some amount of ghee there. So that's what Prabhupada was doing. Prabhupada was making friendship with him by asking him several questions about race cars for 1 hour. And Prabhupada listened to him for 1 hour. Now he was going to listen to Prabhupada for n number of hours. He was happy. So that is not Prajalpa. Though it appeared to be Prajalpa for other devotees, but it was not Prajalpa because Prabhupada was making friendship, matching the frequency. So, preacher of Krishna Katha is beyond the clutches of death. There is one verse in the first canto, 3rd chapter. He says, you can repeat after me. Ayur harti vaipumsam Udyam astancha yan aso Tasya rute yat kshano nita Uttama shloka vartaya. Ideally, we should not refer to books, and this is the way to increase our memory also. The teacher or somebody, elder student, he should say a verse and others should repeat. And Shruti Dhar, you hear and you capture. Sometimes pronunciation also will be difficult, but repeated hearing will capture. But many of us, what we do, we try to see in the book Now what happened? None of you could open the book because this is not there only in the book. You are helpless. You have to just listen to me and repeat after me. So you had difficulty. So your memory power, grasping power will go down if you refer to books too much. Where it is absolutely needed, you may, but otherwise just hear and repeat. Try to repeat. That is the best way to increase our memory. Eventually your memory power will be very high. What does this shloka say? Ayur harti vaipumsam. Everybody's lifespan is decreasing. Ayur harti. Aapka ayu kshin hota ja raha hai. Is being reducing. Is being stolen away from you. Ayur harti vaipumsam. Udyan astancha janaso. By rising and setting of the sun. Now you see, morning we saw 6:30, 6:40. I saw sun was rising. I did Surya Namaskar. Sun rises from eastern side. So the sun has risen morning, and now wherever it is, there or here, afternoon, and sun is going towards western hemisphere, and evening sun will set on western horizon, and like that one day is over. Like yesterday was 1st of March. Yeah, 1st March sun rose morning 6:40 around, and it was going 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and evening 6, 7 o'clock it set. And 1st March 2025 got over for all of us. Now we cannot get it back. Even if you pay $10 crore, $10 billion, or gold coins, you cannot get it back. So lifespan is reducing for us, all of us. Ayur harti vaipumsam udyan astam, with rising and setting of the sun, asau. This is for materialistic people. Tasya rute, except for those yat kshano nita, who use every kshan, every moment, or uttama shloka vartaya, for discussing about Krishna. So we all discussed yesterday. Wonderful. We had 3 classes around. We went to temple, we attended Mangalarati, and whatever else we did, spiritual activities. So for us, the second line is true. Our third and fourth lines are true. For materialistic people, first 2 lines. With every rising and setting of the sun, one day is over from the lifespan of a materialist. And for spiritualists, because they were engaged in talking about Krishna, they came one step closer to Krishna. We are all marching forward towards Golok Vrindavan. So by 1st March 2025, yesterday, our 3 classes, question answers, this, that, spiritual activity, prasadam, dancing, singing, everything took us one step closer to Krishna. Today, 2nd of March, we are again having classes, katha, kirtan, prasadam. So we are coming today evening when sun sets, we will be one more step closer to Krishna. Like this in life, till we live, we will be taking steps closer and closer and closer. And mostly by the end of the life, the last step will be entrance in Golok Vrindavan. Haribol! The devotees there will say, Hare Krishna. Krishna will say, Haribol, we are very happy. Chandrabindu. He was a little transcendental, but in first year of engineering, when he was in IIT Madras, he came across devotees and he took it very seriously. And he started 1 round, then 2 rounds, 3 rounds, he became 16 rounder, he shifted inside the voice, he was attending morning program, he was preaching, taking prasadam, distributing prasadam, life went on like this. And then he became pure devotee and he has come to Golok Vrindavan. Let us welcome him by loudly chanting, Haribol! 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 And Krishna will not use which are the sound system? Boss, sure, I don't know which are that. Ahuja. No. Krishna's voice will be loud and it will be reverberated all over Golok Vrindavan, and immediately people will play kettle drum. The boyfriends of Krishna, Sridama, Sudama, they will blow the bugle, and they will dance, and a feast will be arranged. Not chappan bhog, not 1008, crores of items will be all, and you will be fed that. And there you can eat unlimitedly. There is no atyahar, prayas, prajalpa there. It's a problem-free zone. Anartha-free zone, aparat-free zone. Enjoying, just a land of enjoyment. Enjoy unlimitedly and for all time. So for us, we should discuss about Krishna. So the test of a devotee is how much he is using his tongue for discussing about Krishna. Krishna's name, fame, qualities, pastime, devotional service, Such nice things, Sambandha Gyan. We have Ishwar, Jeev, Prakriti, Kal, Karma, 5 subjects of Bhagavad Gita. We have 10 subjects of Bhagavatam. Atra, Sargo, Visargascha, Sthanam, Poshanamutaya, Manvantara, Ishanu Katha, Nirodha, Muktirashraya. 10 subject matters. In the 10th chapter, first verse of 2nd canto, 2:10:1. 10 subject matters of Bhagavatam are explained. So we have so many things to discuss. We have dhams to discuss about, Tulsi Maharani to discuss, holy rivers, Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati to discuss about, Tirupati Dham is there, Anantashish, Balaji pastime, Krishna's pastime, Ram Leela, Gaur Leela, Krishna Leela, Narsingh Leela, Vaman Leela, Varaha Leela. So many subjects matters to discuss, isn't it? Within spiritual life. How to make progress. All that is, everything is very nicely described. Prabhupada books are enough. I said I took 5.5 years for reading Bhagavatam alone. Then CC and other books. I'm not sure when I completed first reading of all the books of Prabhupada. But it took quite some time. 96 to 2005 years. And maybe, not sure, but I think 2008 we began our, by that time I had read all the books. So let's say 2008. So 8 years and 5 years. 13 years kind of. I took for reading all the books of Srila Prabhupada. And second reading was quite fast. But still, that also takes time. So let us have some plan for our life. Those who fail to plan, they plan to fail. So make sure you have made plans for your whole life. If not, at least for next 1-2 years. If not, at least for next 1-2 months. If not, at least for next 1 or 2 weeks. You may say, oh, I'm not very clear about the whole year. 2025 has begun. Okay, chalo, no problem. At least for 1 or 2 months, you know, this semester will last what, till April, May. Exam may be there May end or April end? May end, yeah. So May end. So I have to study college subject matters. How many subjects are there? How much time, weightage, this, that, so many things. And spiritual books, I have to read Prabhupada books, Yatras, this, that, so many things. So make some plan, a rough plan. Life may not go according to your plan, but at least if you have planned, something tangible will happen, take place. But if you fail to plan, you have almost planned to fail. So don't fail by not planning. Plan like that. Don't be attached to execution of those plans. Some things may happen like that. As much as now you may all reach on Tuesday morning to your IIT Madras, and then you may come to know college is off for 1 week. Then we could have stayed in Tirupati only, and I made already plan that I will go cover classes. Good, na? In one sense, good only. Okay, no college, so you study college subject matter, read Prabhupada books, learn Kartan, brother. Okay. So this is unexpected. You never knew college would have full off for whole week. So no problem. Then make changes. So then he says, next, Vacho Vegam, Manaso Krodha Vegam. So one line, punch line is, if one always thinks of Krishna and how to serve Krishna best, one's mind will naturally be controlled. Easiest formula he has put. Always think about Krishna and how to serve Krishna. Krishnarthe akhila cheshta. All endeavors for Krishna. With the understanding or with the intention, Krishna prityarthe. Krishna priti arthe. For the pleasure of Krishna. In our ISKCON temples, early morning we have scores announcement for book distribution. For the pleasure of their lordship, Shishi Radha Vrindavan Chandra, Shishi Jagannath Baldev, Shishi Gaur Nitai. Yesterday, Srila Prabhupada's transcendental book distribution scores are ... whatever. So every service, whatever you do, should be for Krishna. Krishnarthe akhila cheshta. Akhil means all. Cheshta means endeavor. Krishna arthe, for Krishna. All endeavors for Krishna, and internally what is the mood? Let Krishna be pleased with this endeavor. Krishna prityarthe. Krishna priti arthe. Like this. So your mind will be purified then. Then third urge. Vacho Vegam Manasa Krodham. So in Shri Prem Bhakti Chandrika, I think we discussed, no? Yesterday or day before. he said, Krodha Bhakta Dveshi Jane. How to purify Krodh? How to dovetail anger? By becoming angry on those who are envious of Krishna and Krishna's devotees. If we simply become angry with those who blaspheme the Lord or the devotees of the Lord, we control our anger in Krishna consciousness. He gives 3-4 examples. One is Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally said, Trunadapi shuni chena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniyaha sada harihi. That one should be humbler than blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree. Always respect others, never expect any respect in return. Then one can 24 hours chant Hare Krishna. So now he's saying that tolerate everything, don't become angry. And he became extremely angry. He invoked Sudarshan Chakra. And for what? For killing, chopping off the heads of Jagai and Madai. So what kind of preacher is he? He is saying tolerate everything, and he himself became so intolerant. Was he wrong? Why was he not wrong? He became angry, no? He is intolerant. Because Nityananda Prabhu is blasphemed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not blasphemed. So devotee of the Lord is blasphemed, so that's why he became angry. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, some years later, when he went for South India tour with Kal Krishna Das as his assistant, one place, Bhattathari women kidnapped this fellow, allured him. He got attracted to those women. So you can see how Maya is powerful. One can be personal servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and still be attracted to Maya. So anyway, Mahaprabhu was searching where is this fellow gone, so he went to those Bhattatharis. They are nomads, tribals who go around and all that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you see, I am a sannyasi, I don't have any assistant for cooking and all. He is my only assistant, please give him back, you will get so many other men. Give him. So they became very angry, they raised their weapons and they threw their weapons at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu do? He became angry, invoked his Sudarshan Chakra? No. He just stood silently there. All the weapons came flying towards Mahaprabhu and they turned in the sky and they started chopping off their hands, legs and all. And they started running, they all ran away. So Mahaprabhu tolerated when he was attacked. But when Nityananda Prabhu was attacked by Madhai, particularly Jagai Madhai, but particularly Madhai, Mahaprabhu became so angry, he invoked Sudarshan, said, Sudarshan! Sudarshan came, he wanted to chop off their heads, but then Nityananda Prabhu caught his feet. See Nityananda Prabhu how he is. He is insulted, disrespected, but he is not taking the insult. So that is how one should be. When we are insulted, we should never become angry. Test of a Brahman is how much he can tolerate insults. And test of a Kshatriya is how much he cannot tolerate an insult. Exactly opposite. They are very passionate. Dhruva, you can see, 5-year young boy, how young he is. Why is nothing? What intelligence, what nothing. And when Suruchi, his stepmother, said, Dhruva, you cannot sit there on the lap of your father because you are not dear, because your mother is not dear to your father. I am dearer, dearest. Only my son, Uttam, can sit there, not you. Get out, get down from there. Can't get up there. Get on there. He looked behind, eyes became red, bloodshot, hair got disheveled, and he was like, he wanted to burn her with his eyesight only. So then he looked and he begged for justice from his father, Uttampa, but he was henpecked husband. He kept quiet. So Dhruva became very angry, stamping his feet on the floor. He went to his mother's chamber, palace. He said, Mother, I have been insulted. I cannot answer. See, 5 years, but he's so angry. So, test of a Kshatriya is how much he cannot tolerate insult. Test of a Brahmana is how much he can tolerate. That's why Brahmins were the Mantri Mandal, they were the board of ministers for every Kshatriya. There were many, and they would tell him like this, not like this. Otherwise, the passionate Kshatriya will destroy everyone, including himself and his own citizen also. He requires expert guidance, Brahmanas would provide them. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became angry. Another example given is of Hanumanji. When he was caught, he cannot be caught. Nothing in the creation can catch Hanumanji. He had all the blessing in the childhood only, but after fighting, destroying Ashokan and all that, he developed a desire to see this Ravan, this wretch who has kidnapped Mother Sita. I want to see him. So he allowed Meghnad's Brahmastra to act upon him, and he got bound up And when he was being pulled to the court of Ravan, all the people on the way just look at this monkey, what a funny face he has, look at his body, look at his this, that, lot of insults, but he was undisturbed. Then when he went there, and then no seat was given to him. Generally, messenger of enemy also comes, you have to give him seat, you have to respect and all that. But for him, no seat. So his tail only he extended, he sat on that. And that was higher than even Ravan. Ravan felt very angry. And there also he was seeing, everybody was laughing, joking at him. But then Ravan, after speaking ill about Hanumanji, which Hanumanji easily tolerated. But when Ravan said, oh, you are messenger of Ram, who is he? He's just an ordinary human being, a mundane mortal. I have defeated demons, I have defeated demigods. Even Indra is subservient to me. This Ram, I will easily kill him. And I will enjoy his wife, Sita. Then Hanumanji, when he heard insult of Lord Ram, said, how dare of you to insult my Lord? I have to teach you a lesson. What to do? He was thinking about it. And meanwhile, they decided to set his tail on fire. Then he said, very good. Now the weapon is coming on my tail only. Fire will come. As soon as his tail was put on fire, Mother Sita prayed in Ashokvan when she came to know. So the fire was not burning him, burning his body. And he took the tail and he touched it everywhere. All palaces, golden palaces. He burned the whole Lanka to fire, to ashes. Except Vibhishan's palace. He was very intelligent. He had earlier only seen in this palace, this person, whosoever is chanting Lord Ram's name. So he is a devotee of Lord Ram. So he spotted in his GPS, he marked. This palace should not be burnt. And outdoors he burnt all the palaces. So he became extremely angry. Third example of Arjun. He became very angry because Kauravas had insulted Draupadi, Yudhishthir and all of this. Personally, Arjun was Purnadapi Shumichan, but he did not tolerate. So that is how urges of the anger could be controlled. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, urges of the tongue. How to control?
By taking
Taking prasad. So that's what I'm thinking. Now time for taking prasad. Any question on these three urges? Not lie. Prabhuji, ask the question.
NOI, there is one verse now, Guyam Akati Pitsati.
That is fourth verse.
What is the difference between controlling urge of speaking and Guyam?
That is related to advancing in Krishna consciousness. We inquire in confidence about how to make advancement. Yesterday I said, an experienced devotee speaks and a less experienced devotee hears from him. This is called as Guhyam Akyat Lojjati. Shabda Praman saves time. See, you are a young devotee, you want to make progress. So if you ask some senior devotee, how to not waste my time, energy, money, unnecessary somewhere. So when you hear him, he will say, no, this is how I wasted my time, I wasted my energies, etc. So you should not waste it. So if you have faith in him, your time is saved. So this Guhyam, this is helping you to go faster to Krishna, closer to Krishna. Your going closer to Krishna is sped up, is increasing in speed through that. But otherwise, Vacho Vegam means not speaking about mundane subject matter. No, you ask some equal of you, okay, what is the cricket score? India-Pakistan match. When is the Olympic match? Where is the match? Which is it in Madras? Otherwise, we can both go. Everything we should do in association. So both of us will purchase ticket. Especially at least every day we may not be able to go bunking college, but at least when India-Pakistan they are playing, both of us will go. Don't worry, I will sponsor your ticket. So these are all prajal. So that should not be done. That should be avoided. Any other?
We can, it is there. We can control anger by showing anger on those who blaspheme devotees.
Yes.
Prabhu, showing anger means we have to hate devotees. We have to hate those who blaspheme, or
No, hate the sin, not the sinner. As Srila Jesus Christ said. Srila Narottam Das Thakur Mahasaya, Srila Srinivas Acharya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Sarita, Srila Jesus Christ. Yeshu Christ, I think, in Sanskrit. Isn't it? So, he said, hate the sin, not the sinner. Just like in COVID, let's say your mother gets that corona and all that, So you don't hate your mother. You don't like that corona troubling her. So what you do from a distance, because you cannot go close, you are in doctor or medicines and all that. And you want to, again, have loving dealings with that same lady called your mother, like that. But you hate the disease. So like that, hate the sin. His blasphemy has to be blasted at. Not that you kill him only. That is required when the Kshatriyas are fighting. Like Arjun had to kill Kauravas. Hanuman, he could have killed Ravan and all that, but he wanted Ram to get that glory, so he did not kill, but he burned Lanka. But in our case, we don't do all this burning and all. It is said if you find somebody offending a Vaishnava, you should cut off his tongue. There is a court case and people judge you say, what a rascal you are. Now whole life, tongue is not there, he cannot speak. He is hungry, he cannot tell others. He will have to write down. How ISKCON devotees? Sir, it is written in the scriptures. Cut off the tongue. So this is mainly for Kshatriyas. Before that, what is said? First is you defeat the fellow with sound, logical, scriptural evidence and proofs. This is for Brahman. He should be very scholarly. And anybody blasphemes the devotee, you can tell him how you are wrong. This is inappropriate and all that. And he should say, sorry sir. Then his offense is not. So this is Brahman. Kshatriya should cut off his tongue only. You misused your tongue, now you cannot change. So, and if you are not able to defeat him with sound logical arguments, you are not knowing philosophy so well. You cannot cut off his tongue, that will be a problem. So you leave that place, run away from that place. Don't hear blasphemy of Vaishnavas. Because when you hear it, you become part of the blasphemy. Okay? So other three are also there, maybe in short. Jiva Begam I already said, they are in straight line, that point I said. But Jiva Begam is tongue goes by quality, food stuff. So how much to take, now we will combine also, Jiva and Udar. So in Shruti Shastras there is one verse, how much to eat. This is related to Udar Begam, because tongue, stomach goes by quantity. There it is said that, Do bhages purayat annam. Toyanaidaikam prapurayet. Two parts. Do bhagi, purayet anna. Solid food should be put in the stomach. 2 parts. Of the 4 parts, 2 parts means 50% stomach should be filled with solid food. Rice, dal, sabji, chapati, puri, pakoda, halwa, sabji, gulab jamun, rasgulla, malpua, shrikhand. But this should be 50%. I am telling 10,000 items, but all these 10,000 items should go in your stomach and occupy 50% of the space in your stomach. Do bhaget purayat anna toyanaidaikam prapurayat. Toyanaidaikam ekam. 1 part water. 25% in your stomach for water. Marutasya pracharartham. For air, for prachar. Prachar means you have to keep moving. Like I act as a pracharak, preacher. So I have to keep moving. From here I am there. Day after tomorrow I will leave for Pune. Then 11th I will go to Ahmednagar, Ahilanagar. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th or something I will come back to Pune. Then 17th I will go to Varanasi. Then from there I will go to Prayagraj. From there I will go to Vrindavan. From there I will go to Kanpur. From Kanpur I will go again to Vrindavan. And by after 1 month later, 15th April, I will go back to Pune. So Marutasya pracharanam, for air to move, prachar, nice word is used. Prachar means moving. So for air to move in your stomach, chaturtham avasheshayat, keep 1/4. So 2 parts solid food, 1 part water, 1 part air for moving. 50% solid food in the stomach, 25% water and 25% for air. Then it will be very helpful. They say that 50% of what you eat nourishes you and other 50% nourishes the doctor. You are supposed to fill your stomach 50% and you filled 100%. So 50% will be helpful for your maintenance, 50% for his maintenance. He will earn nice money because you will have some disease, indigestion, some problem will be there. and he will be very happy. Thank you, welcome sir, please come. Now what's the problem? Okay, you overhead, no problem, take this medicines. And okay, my fees are 2,000 rupees. For just touching 500 rupees. And 1,500 for medicines and my whatever. So take care, don't eat too much. He says, Yukta ahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. That one should not eat too much, one should not eat too less. Too much of eating is a sign of mode of ignorance. Too less of eating is in the mode of passion. Oh, I'm so busy, I just can't, I don't have time for eating. Sometimes some people have 2-3 mobiles. Wait, just wait. And all that, so much. And they're eating food. Then they tiffin, half the tiffin is eaten, half they throw it here and there. So this is passionate life. Similarly, too much sleeping in the ignorance, too less sleeping in passion. Like that's why hostel boys during exam in passion they may sleep less. I have to study, I have to score and all that. And after the exam is over, I have to compensate all lack of sleep during exam period. Then they will sleep daily 10-15 hours like that. In the higher mode, there are seeds of lower modes. So in passion, there is seed of ignorance. I give example of college boys, miss hostel boy. They are passionate during exam. After exam, ignore. Similarly, that rabbit and tortoise. The rabbit was in passion, ran like anything, got tired, he slept. Lost the race. So one should be careful not to be in passion and ignorance. One should be in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna Puja, Hare Krishna. From temple side, it's being told to take prasad strictly on time. Krishna, so we'll end here. 9:30. Time of starting prasad program or what? 9:30, no problem. So we'll end here. Prasadam is very important. Otherwise, offense will happen from my side. It is a mistake of the mind, but still. So, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhaktarvrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi.
Let us thank Prabhuji for taking this wonderful session and giving many relevant examples which you can apply in your life. We'll thank him by 3 times loudly chanting Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol!
Please go quickly and take prasad. Hope you get all items. That rice, dal, sabji, chapati, puri, pakoda, halwa, sabji, malpua, shrikhand, jalebi. Out of 10,000 items, hopefully. 108 are available.